bones to domes, boy. The intention is not to hurt you, it's to murk you if you go against me in the square circle. Let my hands do the talking, I let you do the verbal. Eat this knuckle sandwich that a chico about to serve you. Better listen up, the other team been talking tough. DJ Tony grabbed the mic cause this dude will not shut up. Ain't no standing name count, but I think I've had enough. In the famous words of Jeff Houston, time to knuckle up. Bones to dome, it's time to knuckle up. Bones to dome, it's time to knuckle up. Take me up, I've been throwing uppercuts. Bones to dome podcast, turn me up. It's time to knuckle up. You know it. With DJ Tony, time to knuckle up. Jeff Houston, it's time to knuckle up. I am Vince Serrano.
It's all about you. It's how you sell you. It's how you knuckle up. It's about how you make yourself different from the rest.
It's time to knuckle up. It's time to knuckle up. It's time to knuckle up.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the one and only Bones to Domes podcast. I am DJ Tony. This is my main man, Mr. Live Worldwide. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm freaking out for just a second, man, because it just took me a minute to realize how amazingly fucking entertaining I am. It just came to me like a bolt of lightning. It's just amazing how fucking awesome Mr. Live Worldwide is. Oh man, I'm just chilling.
What did you do this time,
man? I'm just hey, take nothing away from DJ Tony. You're pretty cool. You're fucking self, man. You're a hell of a lot cooler than Mr. Live Worldwide is. So that's saying a lot. What's going on, dude?
Just hanging out, man. It's been a great day, great week so far, great year so far for 2024. So can't complain, man. I'm excited about.
But who the fuck would listen, right?
Yeah, that's true. But nothing to complain about. You know, everything's going good. A lot of big moves happening. And yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be on the show again with you. And we're going to have another great show, man.
I think so. I mean, we usually always try. I mean, there are times that there's a few deer in headlights, like at the beginning of this show, but you never know who wants to open up. DJ Tony's got a powder keg of dynamite. Mr. Live Worldwide's got a powder keg of dynamite. Which one is going to light the fuse first? So I get it. I absolutely get it. But no, it's been good, man. Bkfc announcing all kinds of stuff. We've already got shows that are starting to show up on the 2024 calendar. I've got some big news. I just landed a gig with a big client, but unfortunately it's news that I cannot drop as of yet. But
it's all right.
But let's just say it's an international client, and I will be leaving next week.
Nice.
For a very big show next week. I'm very excited about that. So, you know, all good news. 2024 shaping up to be a very, very busy year for the both of us, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Well, congratulations, buddy. Even though I don't know what it is, but...
Hey, congrats to you, man. I mean, the signings, they're just coming and coming. Orozco Elite is actually living up to the name. I know you want me to spill it, Mr. Anderson, but can't spill it just yet, man. I've got to show the promotion respect by letting them drop their news first. And once they do that, then I'll have no problem letting everybody know.
There you go, man. Well,
listen to me. I sound like I got my smoking jacket voice on. Usually I'm so much more high pitched, but no, I'm not drunk. No, I'm not stoned. I'm very, very lax today. I don't know why. I think it's maybe you know, Tony, sometimes when you get like a cold front that comes in,
yeah.
You know, an unexpected cold front, and you're all like, you know, I'm just gonna fucking chill now. That's where I am. But then again, you're always chill, so maybe you can't relate. I don't know.
That's how I am right now. I feel like I got my arm up on the seat next to me, just relaxing, feeling at home, ready to bring in our first guest of the night.
I will bring in the first guest.
Yes, you will, because I'm not messing her name up.
Because at least I know how to pronounce her last name correctly.
All right, let's get it.
All right, guys. Our first guest for the evening, Bones to Domes. You have definitely seen this lovely lady in the squared circle. She's currently undefeated inside the ropes at 2-0, and she's got a big fight coming up on February 2nd. So let's bring her in. Let's bring in Christine La Busadora Vicens.
Hey guys,
Woo!
good evening.
Hey,
There she
How are
is.
you, Jeff and Tony?
doing good. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Glad to be here.
It's been
Fuck,
a
fuck
while
you, wild
since.
man. I'm
Yeah.
not talking to you guys. We got shit coming up on there. I did not eat a fucking edible. I'm just chill. Jesus Christ. Oh man, oh man.
It's been a while since we've seen you in the squared circle. A little bit over a year.
Yep.
Oh, I know.
And definitely excited to see you get back in there. February 2nd at the good old Hard Rock Casino, which everyone loves.
Third time's a
Looking forward
charm.
to it.
Third time,
time's a
yeah,
charm. I
third
love it.
time going for the 3-0.
Yep.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited. I can't wait. It's been a while, like you said. I had two fractured fingers from my fight with Jocelyn, so I had a little bit of recovery, two surgeries from that. Summer with the kids, I had to, take some time off to spend time with them, but all good, ready to go for February 2nd. Really excited.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. You know, um, a lot of our BKFC fight fans, they're fans of yours because every time that you have stepped foot into the squared circle, you always give one hell of a performance. And sometimes in bare knuckle, especially when you have crossover athletes, that's kind of difficult because not too many people pick up, I guess you could say, the bare knuckle IQ right away.
Mhm.
So my question to you to open all this up is, what motivated you to lean towards bare knuckle fighting championship as an athlete?
Well, boxing has always had a special place in my heart. I started as a kickboxer, and then I
Hmm.
actually focused on boxing. I'm 2000. It was a long time ago. 2009 Golden Glove, and then I went to Cuba for 3 weeks and did some boxing with their Olympic team. So, like I said, boxing has always been my forte. After that, I did go back to MMA and kickboxing. But I had a hard time finding an opponent for my MMA debut because of all my boxing experience.
Hmm.
So when they presented the idea of going pro and going into BKFC, I mean, at first you're like, oh crap, it's bare knuckle. But then I'm the kind of person that's like, let's do it, I kind of I'm impulsive. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then after I'm like, what did I just say yes to? But being that I'm older, I'm 38 years old, and
Me
I
too.
just thought it seemed like a great opportunity. It was in Fort Lauderdale, close to home. All my family would be there. And yeah, I just like I said, I just pulled the trigger on it, and I said, hey, if there's one thing I can do, it's I know I can box, and I know I can fight in general, not just boxing, because bare knuckles isn't even boxing. I'm a fighter, and I give it my all. Like you said, I don't know how to go halfway. I'm very I'm pressure. I have a lot of pressure when I go in there, so I thought it would be great for the sport.
I know I totally agree with you. I mean, you definitely went in there, and a lot of people who had heard of you before, I had heard of you before, and I knew that you had this kickboxing background. In fact, when we were sitting down with you for the first time, when we were doing fighter interviews, I said, "This girl's got a kickboxer build. She absolutely looks like that. She's just been knee deep in this style." But the one thing that you learn when you get in there for the very first time is that this ain't boxing.
No.
This is actually this is the furthest thing from boxing. The dynamics, the rules set, the mindset. You go in there with a completely different mindset. Now, you being the fighter that you are, that you just said, did that throw you off at all in your first fight? Stepping into the squared circle with this completely different rule set and mindset. And once you actually really felt that first fist cross your face, what were you thinking about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because being the fighter that I am, it's always like I'll receive one to give one. And I learned quickly that that's not the game plan I wanted to move forward with in that fight.
Hmm.
Jad Masan Wong was like, she's a strong fighter. She's a great fighter. So definitely caught me off guard. The truth is I hadn't fought bare knuckle before. So I wasn't sure what to expect. So it was a wake up call, when you feel that first punch. But after that, I said, I'm not, I'll think about it later. I'm going to do what I do. And you don't feel anything, it's kind of crazy. But when you're in there, you kind of just, at least I get in the zone. I do what I knew I needed to do. And then afterwards, I was swollen. I was recovering from all those punches, but I didn't give myself a chance to think about it while I was in the ring. I knew I just had to move forward. So that's the only thing, give one to take one isn't really something that works as well in bare knuckle.
But what's
Yeah.
amazing, Tony, what's really
Yep.
amazing about her, about Christine, though, and your first fight with Jade, if there was ever a blueprint to show you the absolute most perfect punch to stop a fight, I think it starts and finishes with you. Just this absolutely perfect punch that absolutely split her open just for the worst. And as you know, as a bare knuckle fighter, that's very easy. That's a hell of a lot easier than people give it credit for. It's so easy for a bare knuckle fight to stop because you just happen to hit that perfect spot that just opens somebody up, and it just it just wasn't her night after that one punch. One punch changes the whole dynamic, doesn't it, Tony?
Yeah, definitely. It's crazy to think that people they can go and go to a regular boxing match and take whatever 100 punches and that not happen, and then you get in there with those bare knuckles, and one punch quickly can change the whole fight around. And now you got the other fighter going into defense mode, knowing that the fight can be stopped at any second. So yeah, it's definitely a big factor. Actually, I just rewatched that fight again last night. So you did a tremendous job in that, and did everything that you were
Such a
supposed
good
to
shot.
do.
It was such
Yeah.
a beautiful it really was.
I
It
know. I
really
came
was.
in like the underdog. People were like, "Who is this chick? La Busadora? What? Where did she come from?" I had no record, no pro record that anyone had really heard of. So it was. I like being the underdog. I know that I went in there, just wanting to prove to everybody that I had what it took, and it went the way it did, and I'm glad it did. I was able to use my clinch work, which is nice too. That's something that translated well from MMA. So yeah, it was a great night for me. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, I was like jumping up and down, smiling.
Oh, we saw.
I didn't even expect that. I was like, how am I going to respond to this stage? It's a Hard Rock, it's a huge platform, but I loved it. I loved every second of it. And
Well, not only that, I mean, you also did something that I think as a fighter, if I was in this position, I'd definitely be happy about it. You derail somebody that's on a like an upward trajectory. Like her hype train for Jade was just starting. And a lot of people were getting on the hype train for Jade. A lot of people thought that Jade was going to, just absolutely run through, fighters in that division. And then all of a sudden you come along, and just like you said, not too many people knew who you were. They didn't know your nickname and such, but they knew who you were after that fight. And I just think, that puts you in a very positive position moving forward with Bkfc and opens you up to greater opportunities.
Yeah, awesome. I'm excited about it. Can't wait to see what the future holds.
Yeah, I brought her on earlier today to interview her, and that's all basically. Well, obviously, she has a big fight against Gabrielle Roman coming up, but all she wants is that fight back against you. I've seen her bring it up a bunch of times now. So you got people on your back ready to try to take you out at any moment. So what you're doing is great. Like you said, they're 2-0. You got a great fan base that loves you. It's the same thing like what you were saying. Nobody really knew who you were. Well, I didn't anyways. I had your manager text me, for the fight music or whatever. And she's like, "Hey, this is El Toro Loco." I was like, "You mean the restaurant?" Like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you bringing food or something to me?" No, my fighter is fighting. I was like, "What? You got fighters too? Okay, cool." And then, yeah, next thing you know,
I remember that.
they got next thing you know, they got a nice roster, and you're a part of it. How's everything been going with them?
Good. I love them honestly. Like, besides the restaurant, I mean, they're great people. They have a lot of good connections. Always looking out for the fighters. It's going great. You know, look, they've got me. They got me into the Bkfc. They got me some good fights. I can't complain. I'm very happy with them, and I'm looking forward to just continuing to work with El Toro Loco. I know that my teammate Edgar Plazaola from my gym, he's also on
Yeah.
this card, Dream Killer. Um, yeah, and it's gonna be great, you know.
Yeah, she always messages me and she's like, "You got the fighter music yet? I didn't give it to you yet." I was like, "I already got it, girl. And I already talked to all of them. You're good." Okay. Woo, I'm so
Yeah,
nervous.
she's on it.
Yeah, she asked me. She's probably the only manager that'll ask like 2 or 3 times. You sure you got it? You sure you got it? I'm like, yeah, I got it. You're
Yeah,
good. All right,
they work hard.
I
They're
trust you. I'm
always
just
working.
saying.
By
But
the way,
yeah,
I'm gonna send you my music.
yeah. What was I gonna say? Yep. Well, you have a big fight against a very tough opponent, Sydney Smith. How are you feeling about this opponent, and what are you thinking that you're gonna see out of her?
Another great fighter. You know, Smith is, from what I've seen, she's a great fighter. She's got that range. She's aggressive. You know, you see her just coming forward with that brawling style. And I think I have a similar brawler style, so it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm excited about it. You know, she looks like a great person, and I'm glad that I'll be sharing the ring with her. It's gonna be a great fight.
Who are you fighting? I don't know Samantha.
Huh?
Just kidding. Her name's Sydney.
Isn't that what I said, Smith?
No, you said Samantha.
Did I? Oh, I thought.
Oh, God.
I'm only joking.
Lord, give me strength.
I was
Oops,
like,
I didn't mean to
hold
say
on. I
that.
was like, wait a minute. Is she breaking news? Does she have a new opponent we don't know about?
Samantha, there's actually a training partner named Samantha, but no, sorry, I didn't mean that.
She said,
Oh,
she
there
said,
we
I've
go.
been called worse.
I've been called worse. Sydney, dear, we all have.
We'll actually have her on next week, so it'll be
Hey,
cool.
I just so you know, I just finished putting my kids to sleep. I forced them to go to bed. I was like, you have to get to bed before 9, trying to like do everything. So my mind's a little bit all over the place.
My kids always try to wait until I get done with the show just because they want to know what's going on. I was like, it's not like you can't just watch it on YouTube, like, because
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
allow them to have
Right.
Facebook, but they have a YouTube. I let them go on the YouTube and watch it. They all have their own favorite fighters. So I got 3 daughters, and they all one's a Taylor Starling fan. My oldest, my middle daughter is a Jay Jackson fan, and then my youngest is a Gabrielle Roman fan, and then they all love Lorenzo Hunt. So um,
That's awesome.
so
My kids
Stating
will
the
be at the
obvious.
fight. I'm
do
taking
you
my
so
kids
do
for the
you
first time.
do your kids have any, or I guess start off, how old are your kids, if you don't
There's
mind?
6 and 7 years old, 2 boys, and they'll be going to the fight for the first time. They've seen it on TV. You know, I've showed them. I mean, I had to give them an explanation. The day after the fight, I was like, I'm Quasimodo. My face was like huge. So I
How
showed
are
them the fights, and they're excited about it.
how are you feeling about it?
Good. And I'm excited. I think it's gonna motivate me, and I want them to see it. I want them to be a part of it. My whole family's gonna be there. I'm really excited about that.
Now, I know that obviously they're, your fan, but do they have any other fans or fight fans in the bare knuckle
Because
community?
no, not really. I mean, they have, like, my older kid has collector's cards for like other for UFC and like other
Oh, okay.
fighters, but they don't really. They're too young for that.
All
Not yet.
right.
No, I mean, I don't. It's interesting. You always wonder how the fighter is going to deal with their children, watching them for the very first time. I mean, what that entails, the emotions. It's so easy to explain that to your children until your children see you in the thick of it. I mean, are you prepared for that? Are you prepared to kind of give, the additional explanation, possibly? Hopefully they won't see in the cut room, afterwards or such. But are you prepared for that lengthy explanation to your children after? Whether
Yeah,
win, lose or draw, it doesn't matter. That lengthy explanation after.
I've pre-framed them for it. I said, "Are you ready? You know, this is there's going to be blood. It's going to be violent. There's going to be, you know, God willing, it's not the case, but I can get cut. I can get hurt. Are you sure you want to go?" And they're like, "Yeah, we want to go." They don't care. You know, my husband will be there, so he'll help me. At least I can relax knowing that like he's going to take care of anything, you know, during the fight. I really don't want to focus on that until I'm celebrating after, God willing, with them. So, but yes, I've definitely pre-framed and explained, and I've showed them my fights, and I told them, you know, this and this can happen. Are you ready for that? And just made sure that they know and they're not scared, you know, in that situation.
Nice. That's
I mean, you know, Tony's got to tell his kids the same thing when he goes to DJ. He's got to rep them.
I might
He's
trip
gonna
off
say,
the
now,
table.
kids,
You never know.
kids, I may have music choices that you may hate, and you may think different of me when I come home. So I just want to get you emotionally ready for the 80s and the 90s stuff that you know nothing about, and we just want to make sure that you're prepared for what your daddy's about to go through. It's not exactly the same there, Tony, is it?
Nah,
I don't think so.
definitely not. It's definitely not. What so you did mention fight music. You don't have to tell me what it or tell us what it is, but did you are you coming out with a different song or
Yeah, it'll be a different song. I think I'm gonna come out to a local artist. He's a Christian artist that I really like, so I'll send you that.
nice. That
Alright.
is it someone you personally know or is it just an artist you like?
Through a friend. Yeah, I mean, he was actually like, "Hey, if you want me to walk out with you, I'll do it." So good, really, really good guy. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I know. Well, I know at the Hard Rock that's going to be really hard. They don't, you
Yeah.
know, they don't like that type of stuff there. All the extra, a lot of
But that's
stuff
got to
gets
mean
shut down
something, though.
there.
You know, coming
Yeah,
out to a local artist, you know,
Yeah.
it's closer to home. It's gotta mean something for you when you're making that long walk. And even though the funny thing is, it's hard rock. It's not a long walk, metaphorically speaking. It sure as fuck is. But you know, to have that long walk with somebody, you know, who's, you know, within your own, you know, area code, you know, somebody you know, and somebody who's willing to even do something like that, that's got to make you feel good about yourself. Not everybody gets that opportunity to get played to the ring in their career. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. You know, he's Latin. You know, music's kind of bilingual, so it just goes with the 305 theme. You know, it does
Mhm.
mean something.
I like it. I like it. What what are you doing differently to train against Sydney Smith?
Man, with every fight, you learn so much. You know, you see what your flaws are, what your strengths are. So I know that Sydney has, you know, her style. I've been kind of watching the videos and seeing what she does, and just trying to adjust to her fight style. But you know, it's all the same. You know, working a lot
She's
of.
listening. Don't say too much. I'm
Oh,
just kidding. I'm
yeah.
just
Sydney.
kidding.
Well, what the fuck did you ask her for?
I'm
Jesus,
just
Tony. Oh,
you know, just give a
God.
little bit, not too much. You just give us a
No,
little.
I'm working hard, you know, like always. I'm always working hard.
Sydney's like, huh? Got her ear to the laptop.
I know. She's pressed right
Oh,
up
so that's
against
what
the,
she's
the
gonna
glass
do.
of her
All right,
laptop.
all
The
right.
fuck you doing, man? Come on
Big
now.
Ben, he's one of the BKFC's biggest fans. He helps put the ring together and sometimes drives the BKFC the big 18-wheeler that the ring goes on.
And
he
goes out of his
wants
way to be a very annoying human being from time to
and we're
time, but
not
nonetheless,
and
he's loyal.
I don't like asking these questions, but he asked like 5 times, so I'll so I'll ask. Because I don't like when fighters overthink or try to go beyond their fight, especially with a big power puncher like Sydney Smith. But he asked, if you do win, what do you want next?
What do I want next? Well, I mean, looking at the women in the division, I think I've kind of worked my way up, from Jod. She's one of the top contenders, and I won against her. I don't know. I think maybe by the end of the year we could talk about a championship fight.
How do you feel about her being ranked above you, even though you beat her?
I don't know if that's. I guess because she has an additional fight. I think she's 2-1.
Hmm.
Two and
I'm
one, yeah.
2-0. Maybe because she has more fight experience, but I don't know. I don't really understand the rankings too well, if you ask me.
No,
Yeah.
nobody does. Nobody does. You're not
Hey,
you're
even
not
even
alone in
Evan,
that.
who's one of the main guys, he's the main photographer, the guy that does all the social media as well.
Hmm.
I don't know exactly. I forget exactly his position in the company, but he even said it earlier on the Bkfc show. He's like, we don't know what's up with those rankings."
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them are a little crazy, and then they have ranking people ranked that are not even fighting for us anymore.
Hmm. And of course,
Yeah.
we've got our outside ranking systems, like the one that I can come to mind, Knuckletown USA rankings. That's Howie and all them. Speaking of which, here he is. He just
Late
walked
as
in.
always.
Yeah,
Just so
as
you know.
always. Yeah, yeah. I would say Howie. I'm going to be honest with you. I really dig Howie's point of view when it comes to the rankings, because I think that there's a lot of validity to the ranking system that he puts up there, because I think he takes the proper things into account when you're looking at proper ranking. Now, a lot of it, everybody thinks these days it's all your time put in. And I mean, if that were the case, then nobody new would be on our ranking systems. I mean, that's just not the way that it goes. There's so many factors that you have to take in as far as the impact of which you've had in BKFC. And you've only had 2 fights with us, and look at the impact that you've already had.
Mhm.
And you're coming back for a third time at the same place. So once we finally get this fight out of the way, I think it's time, Christine, to go ahead and have you fight somewhere else. I think it's time for you to invade somebody else's backyard. I could definitely see you fighting in California. I could definitely see the 305 go invade Southern California at a BKFC event.
All right, sounds good. I'm not closed down to it.
I didn't think you would be. You're already East Coast to West Coast, man. Dominate
Mhm.
dominate the shit. But yeah, I think that at three. I think that if I'm gonna be honest with you, I think 2 more solid fights could absolutely put you in title contention. When you're starting to look at 5-0, 6-0, you can't be denied. A lot
Mhm.
and we've gotten a lot of criticisms on people getting title shots with only so many fights, but a lot of people, those people who are giving the criticisms, also have to understand that this is still, in the grand scheme of things, a relatively new modern sport in
Yeah.
its interpretation. So a lot of these title fights that we make that don't make sense to the average fan, they're not looking at the bigger picture. They're looking at the individuals who they believe can take this title, and that can move forward with the company in the most positive way possible. That this person has the opportunity to not only be a talented fighter, but a talented representative of the company. So I
Yeah.
think that
Absolutely.
once you get in that position, 5-0, 6-0, there's no denying that you've earned a title opportunity at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
I need to
That
ask
would
more
be.
open-ended questions. I'm like talking right now, and I just get yeah,
Just
for
answered
sure.
it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, thanks
I
for
think you
fucking
did take
answering the
some
question
gummies
when you
today,
asked it.
Jeff.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
You sure your wife didn't slip you some gummies?
What?
You sure your wife didn't slip you some gummies today?
No, no, no. Because if I had the gummies, I wouldn't be here. I would have texted you and said, like, I got my foot caught in the toilet or some shit like that. I would some dumb like that. No, 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 no. I'm actually really fucking beat, man. I'm just really fucking beat. This is not pharmaceuticals talking. I promise you that.
So
No, I
how did
really, I really look forward to moving up in the rankings, to getting some fights under my belt, to getting some recognition, because I am hoping to bring a more, I'm a mother. I'm older. I have a business. I'm a wife. I'm not out there, like, no offense to anybody. I'm not over there promoting my body. I don't have an OnlyFans or anything like that, So I really just want to bring that kind of like a positive impact, a more wholesome um persona, I guess, to this game, just because one of my life goals is to just be a motivator to inspire people and show that anyone can do this, especially for my kids. Like I want them to see that I put my mind to it. I'm doing this. I'm not cutting corners. I'm putting in the work. They see me in the morning. I'm leaving to train. At night, I'm leaving to train. Like they see the hard work. And I'm doing this just like blood, sweat, and tears, and trying to.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing. Gabby just came into the chat in the waiting room, and I'd seen her face, so I started messing with her about her hair. I was like, "Damn, can you at least do your hair?"
That's
But
not
no, that's no. Like we definitely can't wait to see what you're gonna do. Like I said, it's been so long, and that long time break. Sometimes people are a little hesitant when they get in there, or just that little bit of ring rust, I guess, waiting that long, or sometimes just overshoot. Do you feel like any of that's going to happen, or you feel like you're going to be right at home, third time fighting in the same arena, and just good to go?
yeah. I'm ready for it. I think I'm gonna feel right at home. I'd never stopped training, even when I was injured. Everyone was like, "Stop it! What are you doing?" I was trying to work around my injuries, my surgery, trying to just train. So I feel good. I feel ready. I'm ready for this camp to be over and get in there.
Nice.
You only got a couple more weeks left.
I
Yep.
know. It'll be here before you know it.
So what did you end up doing over the holidays? Anything special, or did you just stay at home, or?
No, my kid had the flu, so
Mm.
Christmas wasn't so fun at home. Everyone was sick. We had a trip planned out to North Carolina, had to cancel it, but it was quality time at home. It was nice anyway. Got to relax. Things slowed down at work, so it was a good break.
Did you get the new house that you asked your husband for?
Not yet. I
It's
need
like
a more fight.
a couple more fights.
Yeah.
Get the house with the
Wow.
gated fence.
Wow. You just
I'm a
breaking
general
under the bus.
contractor, by the way. Anyone in South Florida needs some work done? I'm a GC.
Yeah.
I got a construction company.
Someone just mentioned that.
I saw
Where is
that.
it at? Where is it at? I was going to get back to that.
Yeah, it was one of the earlier comments.
My mind is everywhere. Where'd he go? It was absent minded. Oh yeah, here we go. So what exactly do you do?
I do remodels mostly, a lot of commercial work, but we're doing more residential since COVID. There's been a lot more
Oh, yeah.
residential work, but yeah, remodels and facility maintenance.
Nice. Now, do you go in there and do everything yourself as well?
No, I delegate.
You go knock that wall down.
Yeah, I delegate.
You mean you don't punch through walls and knock them down for your training?
Sometimes I can do that. I can demo.
Yeah, let her demo, man. I'm like, wouldn't that be conducive to
It's like
the environment? I would think so.
The
Yeah.
show The Punisher. Did you ever watch that? The show The Punisher?
The show or the movie? No, I don't think
The
I saw it.
show.
Oh yes, the series from
Yeah, so remember it was like the first couple of episodes. He was a construction worker and he was like taking his anger out on the wall, and they're like, "When are you going home?" And he just hitting the wall, boom, with a sledgehammer. All they're like, there's machines for that, and he's like, "Nah, I'm good. Sledgehammer all day. Take this wall out."
Nice.
Well, Jeffrey, you have anything else for the young lady?
No,
she's young, Jeff. She's young. She's my age.
Yeah.
She's so young, 38 years young.
So that's implying that I'm old. Thanks.
You're so old. It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
It's a mindset.
I feel like I can
Damn
get
right,
in there
it's a
and fight
mindset.
now too.
Damn
All
right,
this
it's a
whole
damn
year
right.
of being 38, I've been feeling so old. I'm like, I'm almost at 40. Now you say that you're 38. I thought you were gonna say you were like 25, 26.
No, thank you.
So I feel like I can go do some jumping jacks or something and be
Do
all
it.
right.
You can get in the squared circle. Start training. I mean, that's a great thing about the sport. You look at.
He was going to actually. He was considering it.
I was, and I was training with Jay Jackson and Smith Brothers and them over there, but I can't. I tore my my rotator cuff in like 4 different places, and so I got a bunch of pins in it now, and yeah, it doesn't allow me to do all that.
Oh, okay.
It only allows me to go into survival mode and not actually be able to grapple or all the extra stuff.
Well, you get a ringside view, play some
Just
music, you're good.
poke people in their eyes. I can do that. I can.
Hey,
Nah.
hey. Oh, I see. You're gonna go Roddy Piper on these motherfuckers. Just walking. Oh, yeah.
I was
Hell
thinking
yeah.
more like Mo, Curly and Mo, but okay, that too.
Oh, come on now.
But no, we definitely appreciate you for coming on. Before we go ahead and send you off on your way, we want to go ahead and give you the opportunity to give a shout out to any of your sponsors, your friends, family, anybody you want to give a big shout out to.
All right. Well, thank you. Definitely want to shout out my family, my husband. They've showed so much support. My gym, Freestyle Fighting Academy, and El Toro Loco, the restaurant and the management team. They've been amazing. And Bkfc for allowing me to be part of this promotion. I'm really excited about the future of bare knuckle. So, and thank you guys for having me on the show.
Shout out to
course.
Jules
Of
for putting all
course.
these women's fights on.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good
yeah.
job, Jules. I'm
She's done
excited
it.
about all the women coming in.
She's
You know,
done
and
so much.
and
So quickly,
last but
too.
not least, glory to God. I'm a woman of faith, and I owe it all to God for giving me these opportunities.
Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on. We can't wait to watch your fight, and be there in person to see it live. So until then, we'll bring you back on for when we do the weigh-ins. I always do the after you guys do the 12 o'clock weigh-ins. I'll bring people on for a couple minutes and just let them, I guess, tell me what they're gonna eat or whatever, since they've been starving themselves. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get back up with you February 1st. So
All right.
we'll
Awesome.
see you then.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You
See
too.
Thank you,
soon.
sweetie.
Bye.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking tired.
What? I know. Me too.
I just
Honestly,
am.
I got up
I'm
so
just
early.
sitting here in this bright light with, I realize how pink my fucking lips are, man. It's really fucking annoying me right now. I know that I sound like I'm high. I'm not. I'm not. Honestly, I'd rather be high than tired right now. I absolutely promise you, because at least that'd be more fun. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not having fun. I'm having fun all the time, but I'm just so fucking tired right now, man. More bags around my eyes. I'm 46 goddamn years old. How many more bags do I need? I feel like I've got checked luggage under my
You were fine
goddamn
until I
eyes.
mentioned how young I was, and now you're feeling old.
Well, yeah, well, yeah. Why so tired? I just am, man. I just am. There are days that you feel your age. This is one of them, Big Ben. I know age is a state of mind, but it's also a physical being. So a little tired today, but that's all right. I'll get the price of the working man. Working man. Working. I don't fucking work. I have fun. I don't know about you. You guys work. I don't work. I have fun.
Well,
Shit.
on that note, Jeff,
What's up?
since you're so tired, we'll go ahead and get to our next guest so we can let you get in the bed.
Oh, cut
and
that
get
shit out. Cut that shit out. I may be old, but I don't need a mercy kill. I can do this shit standing on my head. You know what? You know what? Hold on.
Oh, look, now he's gonna go get one. I'm over here with my Live 21, staying hydrated. So I'm sure he's about to go probably try to go get, but you guys setting him up. Now he's gonna be up the whole entire night for no reason. I guess he's got an hour difference time than me here. Oh, what'd you go in?
Okay. All right. You want me to get bucked up, huh? You want me to get bucked up?
Oh, there
Want
you
me to get bucked
go.
up right there? There it is right there. There's a buck
And he's
shot
hitting
right
it with
there
the
for you.
double shot. You guys are
That's a
definitely setting him up, man.
look at that.
That's messed up.
Look at that right there. You want
Now
me to
he's
get
gonna
bucked
be up
up?
till 3 in the
Fine.
morning,
Fine. Fine, motherfuckers.
rehearsing
you.
everyone's names
I
for
got you. See
February.
this? Fuck that. There we go. Hey, bottoms up, bitches. There.
I'll just stick with my Live 21 and just
I'd rather have.
rehydrate myself.
I like Live 21, but shit, I'll go ahead and I'll do that. I like how Ben. No, Jeff. No, you don't know what you're getting into. I'm like, yes, I do.
All right. Now that you're all bucked up and I'm lived up,
And no fucking mercy kill. God.
Let's
Jeff,
bring
let's
in
bring on the next person so that we
the
can get
next
you
person,
to
the one
bed.
and only. It's like, let's bring in the one and only Jersey's princess warrior, Gabrielle Roman.
Oh fuck, we're in
Oh,
trouble now.
she's
We're in
muted.
trouble now.
She's muted.
Sorry.
There you go.
My bad.
Wow, beautiful hair. Thank you for doing your hair for us tonight.
Thank you.
I love it.
Gabby, she don't fuck around when it comes to bones to domes. She don't fuck around.
Just wait
she
to get money. I'll be able to get more.
she went and got her brows did. Went to go see La Celia to get her Dominican hair done. And,
Look at those brows. Look at that. That's not even microblading right there, man. That's microscope shit right there. Look at that shit. That's crazy.
glowing.
I
Look at
like
the
it.
glow. We like it. We
We like the glow.
Yeah, the glow is the lotion that my aunt actually made me. She makes it from like all natural ingredients from scratch. It's like amazing. So
with adobo.
huh? Adobo.
A little adobo, bustelo, and mix it up.
That's right.
My mom uses coffee for something. I don't remember what exactly. What she uses it. Well, obviously to drink it, but she uses it for some type of facial something.
No, I use a Arab it's Arabica or something like that. Coffee scrub. I actually use an actual coffee scrub.
It's called Arabic. It's like no, just
kidding. I don't know, whatever. I mean, the point is that it's a coffee scrub, and I use it myself, and that's how I maintain my glow. But I don't. It's not like back in the day when all you had to do was just go to Walmart and you get yourself some apricot scrub. Now that's all that you needed. Now there are just so many diverse products and such, and Gabby's going old school with that. What her grandmother made you, which is such a more interesting story. So that's why I'm going to shut the fuck up right now because my story's not interesting.
I'll just stick with the original. Since I was a baby, same thing. Johnson's & Johnson's baby lotion. I mean, look at my skin, guys. Does it get does it get much better than that? I don't know. Johnson's & Johnson's, guys. I'm trying to get a sponsor. You got Adrian Cantu here saying the people's champ.
Yeah, that's my boy.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about people calling you?
Hi, Adrian.
The the next upcoming people's champ. You got a lot of a lot of fans out there.
And a big fight.
I'm gonna try my hardest to earn it. You know what I mean? I'm focused on just fighting the best. I don't want any tune-up fights. I don't want tomato cans. I would love to fight in my weight class.
Mm-hmm.
But
can't be beggars can't be choosy. All right.
I know, but you know what? I get the logic of it, I guess, because I know a lot of the 125 girls are dropping down to 115, so that that division is like super full now, and there's a lot of less women in the 125 bracket, so I don't mind because the women that Jules has been offering us are fucking savages, so that's like a hell yeah. So for sure, I just wasn't expecting to do it before doing my weight class. So but I mean, yeah, like you said, beggars can be choosers, and I'm grateful regardless. I've always wanted to fight Jade. She is a fucking savage. She's a monster. She got hands. I'm definitely excited about that.
You wanted to step up in competition. Well, let me tell you something, girl. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You got a loaded fight. Now it's not on exactly her home turf, but it is her home country.
Absolutely.
It absolutely is her home country. So that right there, that's always something that I think that fighters, keep to themselves. That is just, oh man, the opportunity to shut someone down in their own fucking country.
Absolutely. Yeah. She's got everything, including the odds going in her favor. So it's going to definitely be, it's going to be fun. I'm going to have to more than earn it. You know what I mean? So it's definitely going to be crazy. I can't read the little comment, so you're going to have to like read it out loud.
Oh, how he's saying that.
Let me get you a magnifying glass.
Before he's saying how he's saying he was a fan of you before you even fought Bare Knuckle, because He was
How?
at the tryouts.
Yeah.
Gabby, you still have one of the most memorable tryouts. I'll never forget the tryouts in Belfast, and I'll never forget how Lorenzo kind of singled you out,
Yeah.
outside,
I
and
don't
you got and
fangirl.
you guys started exchanging.
He,
You started exchanging, and he was like,
he said,
"Whoa."
yeah, everybody else was doing pad work, so they were just doing regular pad work, regular, like, just, you know what I mean, going with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I shit you not, I was on the side, I was staring at him, I was like, oh, I hope I get him, and then he calls me over to him, I was like, yes, I was so happy. And then I get to him, and he's like, listen, we're gonna do something different. And I was like, I got a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. So he was like, we're gonna do a little bit something different. He was like, we're gonna spar. He was like, we're gonna light spar. He's like, but he's like, I'm not gonna hit you, don't worry. He's like, but I want you to hit me. If you can hit me, then hit me. He's like, if you can knock me down, knock me down. He was like, I want you to go full hard. And I was like, shit. The first thing I thought to my mind, I was like, these are definitely the wrong fucking gloves for this. Because I had purposely put my Hayabusa 18-ounce gloves for that.
I remember.
Yeah, because I wanted to be able to show, like, oh shit, she's got pretty fast hands. So when he said that, I was like, shit. I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna roll with it. And you know, he was happy. He was impressed. You know what I mean? He was like, you got some hands, very good job. He was like, that's exactly what I wanted to see. He was like, I can tell you were a savage. I knew it. And yeah, from then, like, he became my favorite fighder. So
well, not only that, I don't know
that
if you
says,
remember.
"What's up, homies?"
Yeah, that's Matt's. That's
yeah, I know.
Matt
I'm just kidding.
But I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember, because that, for me, that was actually that year. That was the most memorable part of the Hall of Fame induction. That definitely, easily, because first of all, it was the first time that tryouts had ever been conducted on the training grounds over there in Belfast. First time it ever happened. So that was history in the making.
Yeah, it was.
But when you were sparring with him, almost half of everybody that was doing stuff stopped to watch you.
Yeah,
including
it was
the
like
115-pound champ.
Everybody started cheering. They started rooting for me. It was unreal. It was amazing. Yeah.
Reggie was watching you. Reggie was watching you.
Britton
Britton Hart stopped to watch you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shady Grady.
They took notice. They saw, ooh, man, I think she might come up through the ranks pretty fast.
We'll see.
Because I know that Lorenzo was proud of you.
Yeah, I'm trying to, let's see, you know, I'm trying to figure things out. I'm trying to work with what I got, you know, financially and life-wise, and I'm trying to grow in every aspect. So that means fixing a lot of things, improving in areas, not just fighting, but like life-wise. So we're gonna see where life takes me and my boys, but fighting is definitely in the cards if God says so. And I'm just trying to work with what I got. I'm trying to maintain training. I'm trying to just work my ass off and study and then like just keep doing what I got to do. So we'll see, but I'm not it's hard for me to take a rest day. I'm one of those people who like if I take a day off, I feel like I'm falling behind. I'm pretty, you know, I'm like 1,000% sure, like most fighters feel like that. You know, you feel like you're falling behind, or all the work that you did, it just kind of goes out the window if you're not consistent. So it's definitely a mental war, if anything. So, but I mean, it works out when you step into the ring. You know, you're prepared, you're confident, and you're able to go in there and be like, yeah, I gave it everything. So it's worth it.
But you know this, and I honestly think if every fighter that's ever stepped into the squared circle doesn't know this already, they're kidding themselves. The biggest opponent, the most difficult opponent that you will ever step into the ring with is yourself. It never gets any bigger than yourself, because the control that fighters possess, that's one of the reasons also that I love what I do. Another reason why is because I get to see that control either take hold or collapse.
Absolutely.
And you see that happen in front of you. But when you see the control of oneself in the ring take hold, it's a beautiful sight to behold. It really is, because you've just watched somebody that has a perfect harness on physical and mental abilities right at the same time. I mean, a lot of people, they don't think about that when they're watching the fights. I do. And when you see it, and the thing is, you see it. You can see it. If that's what you're looking for as a fan, and you see someone finally grab onto that, confidence is out the door, physical well-being is absolutely 100%. It unfolds in front of you. It's like watching fireworks go off. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I feel like women and men are obviously different. But you know, we all
no, come on.
Well, even no matter what this world tries to tell you, we are not the
It's not what USA Boxing says.
I fuck with boxing. I'm stupid. So, but I mean, for men, it's dangerous for men to go into a fight emotional, you know, because they're not as logical, they're not as technical. I mean, but for women,
it's physical.
We use that shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what keep us going. That's what help us be like, nah, like I'm not gonna stay down. I'm gonna get back up, or I'm not gonna like let this punch win. So it is interesting, like you said. It's like what what Andy Hall told me. I think it was with Martina Kroll, that fight. He was like, I don't know what it is. He's like, I don't know what switch you flip, but you flip it and it's like it's just over. And he's like, and that's amazing to see. So that's definitely what I thought about when you said it. But it's definitely a switch, like everything.
Well, you saw the emotional. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the emotional break with Martina.
Yeah.
Martina, it was not a physical thing in any way, shape, or form. Martina, she's tough. She's tall. She definitely has what it takes to be a bare knuckle fighter.
Absolutely.
Mentally, she wasn't right. She was not right. And that's enough. That's enough. That's enough to get the job done. And that's, I honestly believe, and I think that, you know, that translates 100% over to the physical side, because that want for the win, it just isn't there as much.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And then again, women are more emotional. So if that shit breaks mentally, that's it. It's over.
I know. I agree.
When
that's not a bad. And you know, the thing about it is, you know, there are people out there that say that that's a bad thing and such. I'm like, it can be under the duress of circumstances, but it can also be it can also be an amazing thing. It can also be an amazing thing, because you got to figure, as emotional as a female fighter, as you say, can be. Well, just imagine how much more confident a female fighter can be when her emotions are in check.
Absolutely.
You know, that's that you're talking about emotions, and you're talking about confidence levels that are eclipsing male fighters easily. Easily. So I think I think that we're in store for something really special. And not only is it special because it's your opportunity to, you know, jump across the border and fight, but it's also Bkfc's very first event in the Great White North in Canada, and you're going to be a part of that. So that's really cool.
God has been able to bless me with a lot of first times with bare knuckle. You know, the tryouts, like you said, Mike Prairie, you know, that was my first card. It's a lot of firsts, you know, and I'm just very grateful. Now this opportunity, it's crazy. Like it's crazy, but like, you know, like Roman, what is it? I think it's Romans 8:28. It's God works all things for those who love him. So ain't nobody gonna get in between God's plans for you.
Yeah, you definitely been blessed with both of the, you know, for your first opportunities. And then this one again, like you just said, I mean, you're going from fighting, what your first time was, what, on the prelims? No, it wasn't prelims. It was like the first or second fight of the night.
On the Prairie card? No, I was the first card for pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
and her first time, she got to fight Bkfc 41. She was the The very
First fight of the
she was the
night
very
for
first fight
the
of the night
main
on the main
card.
card. That's
You're
right.
when you said it, when you said hello, like when you did your thing, oh my god, like that shit, it almost made me like cry. I don't know why. I think it was
Oh.
of emotions, and then that I was like, holy shit, this is unreal. And
Like,
then
I'm really here.
Well, yeah, but you know what, Gabby? You just said it. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I love doing the triple hellos, because I have kind of like it's kind of interesting because everybody always asks me about it's time to knuckle up, what I say at the main event.
yeah,
And I always say, I did not come up with that. That is not of my making at all. Actually, David Feldman came to me on Bkfc 1 and said, I'd like you to say this in the main event, but I want you to make it your own.
yes,
So it was never my invention. And I'm not honestly the biggest fan of catchphrases, because I feel that all ring announcers are known for are catchphrases instead of actual a solid body of work. And that's more important to me than anything. But I started thinking about, you know something? Let's take a catchphrase and let's give it to the unsung heroes. Let's give it to the ones that start the main card. You know, they don't get they don't get that much. As far as, I mean, they get the main card, but they don't get the big main event welcome. So I said, you know what? Let's give it to them. Let's give it to them. The main event, you can do so much with the main event without even having to say a fucking catchphrase if you don't have to.
yeah,
But you're starting off the main card. So let's give you that shine. And that's why I do that.
yeah. And it was so that's so smart if you think about it. Like it's freaking, there's nobody else that does that. No other platform, as far as my recollection. Like you're literally the first person ever in history to do that. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. So we're talking about a lot of history points today.
I know.
So-
I know.
So going, like what I was trying to say is, going from you starting off the main card to now, just 2 fights later, you're the co-main event. How does that make you feel?
Shit, I didn't even realize that right now.
Mhm.
Crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Whew. Thank you to Jade for saying yes. So for real. I mean, she could have been like any other fighter and saying, you know, that I don't deserve it and I'm not ready and all this stuff. So, you know, she said yes, and Jules obviously was like, you know, this is gonna be a good matchup, like she did for Courtney in the beginning while everybody was doubting me. She's like, nah, don't worry, she got it. So I'm very grateful. I'm very blessed. Like I said, and I have a lot of people, first and foremost, my kids. I have a lot of people I'm working for. I have a lot of goals that I if it's in God's will, I want to get accomplished. And I feel like God is allowing me to do these things and to do it in the way that it's happening, so I can actually obtain those goals. Because I grew up really fucked up. Really fucked up. So I understand what it is to suffer through a lot of different types of things. And I want to be able to help kids. I want to be able to prevent certain things. I want to help women in this industry, because women shouldn't be training the same as men. Our bodies do not work the same as men. Especially, you know, there's just a lot of things. So I feel like God is allowing me these opportunities to earn that, you know. And I'm very grateful. I'm trying not to get too emotional and cry. So we're just gonna move on from that now. And
I know you've told me many a times that when it's all said and done, and you know, in 20 years, what do you already have, or have you thought about, or you and your kids came up with a name that you want for your gym that you want to eventually open?
of course, yes.
What's the name?
Yeah, you think so? I want it to be called God's Grace. So it's because it's by God's grace that all of this is possible. If you guys, again, if you guys only knew the shit that I've been through, and even like recent years, like where he's brought me from, growing up the way that I did, you're not capable of pulling yourself out of that place mentally or even physically. Eventually, with time, I'll get into more details about my life, not about anything else, but about my life, mistakes, just everything. Because at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. but Jesus. And I want to be able to show people like you can come back from that as long as you trust God, as long as you give yourself to him, as long as you understand that he can make all of that and turn it into the better as long as you love him. You understand? And his ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So again, I it's all glory to him. This is literally only happening because he's allowing me to. So I mean, you think about it, like you guys know fighting very well. There's no way. It doesn't matter how much fighting experience you have for you to be able to have the results that I've had. It's not me. Like it genuinely is not me. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter how tough I think I am or how tough this world has molded me to, like, it doesn't, none of that shit matters. Like at the end of the day, any little punch can slip through and knock me the fuck out. You know, any little thing could happen in any one of those moments. I could have been put on any other. Like we just finished saying about a lot of historical things that happened within a few fights. I can't control any of that. So it's just more proof. Yeah, so
I agree with you on that. I agree. I agree on that because I do believe that no one fighter makes that climb on their own. You know, it is a combined effort. It's a combined effort. Family, training, spirituality. You know, there's so many contributing factors. So any fighter that makes it to the main stage and has the you know what's to say I made it here on my own, you know that just isn't true. It just doesn't work that way. It's the combined effort from all of those fronts that gives you the strength that you need to press forward.
absolutely.
I
Did we put
have
you to
an
sleep,
eight.
Tony? You were like looking
No,
down or
no.
something like
So
that.
I don't know how I never found this before until last night. I've said many, as everybody knows, Gabby's family, part of the Orozco elite team. But I don't know how I missed this. And I have a question. What does the name Erica Hirano mean to you?
What?
Erica Hirano.
Erica Hirano?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Am I supposed to know who that is? I don't get any disrespect. I just don't know who that is.
So in I think it's like 3 years ago, I guess you fought her in Bronx cage fighting.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
What is it? Erica Hirano.
How dare you? Yeah, that's my. So it was a BX cage fighting. Hirano, you said?
Yeah, Erica Hirano.
Is it?
Yes, that's what it says. Well, unless they said the wrong name on here, it says.
Isn't it Elika or Elika?
It says Erica. I don't know. It could be said differently.
Okay, I might be wrong because it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BK, I would assume that is that Bronx.
BX. Well, there was a couple different fights. So, one was in. Were they both in the Bronx? We fought a couple times. We fought twice. I fought one of the other girls. I fought a couple times in New York. So
Yeah, I never knew this. Well, I knew you fought, but I never seen this fight until last night. I've always searched your name on YouTube and all the other stuff pops up, and this has never popped up. And somehow, I guess I searched something differently. I don't know. Oh, it said Gabrielle Roman MMA, like it just popped up by itself. So I was like, yeah, just click on that, whatever. So I can just get to your fights, so I could rewatch them again. And that fight popped up.
It was kickboxing though. It wasn't MMA. Yeah, because that's what I mean. I don't know if you hear the experience fights that I have from that's one of them. I've had exhibition fights, but I don't. Shit, I would like to do MMA, specifically bare knuckle, but I don't have any MMA fights. I only have kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, boxing.
Yes, trucking there is. Look it up. It's under BX Cage Fight. It's BX Cage Fight number 5.
Yeah.
Erica, whatever you want, however you want.
Yes.
Hirano, Gabrielle Roman.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Gabby won that fight too.
Yeah. I did.
All right, so you're saying that was
my whole
kickboxing.
point is,
was that kickboxing or was that more traditional Muay Thai style?
So a couple of them was kickboxing, and then I think like one or two of them was Muay Thai. So it was different, but it depends on rules since it was amateur. It was different rules for certain ones. So.
Now, did you or any of your opponents going into those fights, did you have any kind of a Y crew going into that?
What do you mean?
Exactly. That's why I know it was kickboxing and not Muay Thai.
Yeah.
The Y crew is the ceremonial dance that takes place when the fighter comes into the ring. It lasts a couple of minutes, and basically it's the fighter going to all points of the ring, and the dance symbolizes their thanks to everything, their God, their family, their friends, all in that ceremonial dance. So I take it you did not do that.
Yeah, no, I did not. Yeah.
Yeah, that to me is like a big difference between kickboxing and Muay Thai, because Muay Thai you usually have the Y crew before the fight.
Okay.
So this was more traditional American kickboxing then.
Probably, yeah. I
This was in
remember
the Bronx, dog. What do you
for the
think?
Lions Roar.
Dude,
I'm just kidding.
there's versatility in the Bronx. Shit.
He's right though, but
I'm
for
just
for the Lions Roar MMA, Lions Roar Muay Thai gym was the one that hosted, I think, the last fight that I did out in New York. I don't know if that was the last one. I can't remember. But I know they're a Muay Thai gym, so that's why it was a little confusing. But you might be right, because I don't remember any ceremony. I don't remember any of that stuff.
Yeah, because that usually takes place because you usually jump over the rope. Usually, jump over the top rope, and then the dance starts. You have a headdress. You have a ceremonial headdress on.
Oh yeah, now I know what you're talking
and the
about.
armband. Yep, and the armbands.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Sure
we
do.
were maybe because we were upstairs getting ready, and we weren't like first. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You might be right. I don't know. Maybe it was kickboxing just at a Muay Thai gym. So I'm not.
Sounds more like traditional American kickboxing to me, actually, the way that it is. Yeah.
Probably. The fight's there. I don't know if you can find it, Tony, Mr. Investigator. Go find it.
I know, right? Mr.
The other one?
Investigative journalist.
Yeah.
Oh, or you talking about to go back to the beginning of the show? I don't know any of these other fighters. I'm only worried about you, girl.
That's right. That's a good manager right there.
Right here, look. Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, a little bit more.
Camera
A little bit more over. There we go.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. Finally pumping.
There we go.
There you go.
I still see confidence there.
Yeah, and
I
so
still see
that's
that
the reason
confidence
I
there.
really brought it up, is because even from then, and that was like 3 years ago, to now, you're still the same person. Still got that same glow about you. Still got that hunger in you. Even though you've made it to this, bigger stage, I still feel like you feel in yourself like you're still like the rookie, like the one that's looked down on, the one that's everyone basically thinks, here we go, third time in a row you're gonna lose again. That's I literally, and I didn't tell you this, but I keep it real with you about everything. I've had people message me all day today like, why would you let her accept that fight? You're crazy. I said, everybody said the same exact thing about Martina. Oh yeah, you're right.
And
Well,
yeah.
and Courtney, nothing against them. I like them both. And and I've been, I was honest with you at the beginning, from the beginning before we started working with each other. I honestly, I can't say that for the Kroll fight, I was kind of the same. I was like, damn, that's fucked up that they're setting her up like this.
Yeah.
And then you came, like, me and literally Misfit was standing right next to me. We're looking at each other like, oh man, this is come on, Jersey. I'm just like, let's go to Jersey. But and then we both looked at each other like, oh fuck, we got a Terminator on our hands. She's coming for the whole 115, 125 divisions. Like, I like this girl. And then boom, and now you're here, like I said, going from that fight, quick first round knockout to now the co-main event
in a new country.
It's like
the first time in Bkfc history in Canada. That's a hell of a jump. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been here since day one. Very rarely have I ever seen someone get this kind of an opportunity so new into their BKFC career. So that's impressive.
I think the only other person that I've seen that happen to is I believe Jay Jackson went from the same thing, like prelims to all of a sudden, like, didn't even know the day of the fight he was a co-main.
Mm-hmm.
And and the same. So I'll bring him up for instance. He didn't, he didn't like it. He didn't want that extra. He likes being on the prelims. So basically, what I'm asking you is, do you feel any pressure going, straight to the prelims? I mean, from the, basically first fight of the night to now being the co-main and all that extra time you have to sit back in the back and wait and, long night and all that stuff?
It's always pressure. Anybody who tells you different is full of shit. There's always nerves. It's whether or not. I don't feel like it's. Well, I mean, maybe it's different for everyone, but I'm not nervous to fight. It's more nervous about the pressure of like everything that I'm trying to get accomplished because of this fight. Also the crowd, like the people, that shit, like it makes my legs shake. So like, but like definite nerves, but not because of, where I am on the card. I feel like having that rookie mentality or like the underdog mentality is very, like I pray and I ask to never lose that, whether or not I'm the champion, because it'll keep me focused. It'll keep me humble, it'll keep me hungry. Because a lot of the people, when they get to where they're getting, not a lot of them, but sometimes they lose it, and because they get comfortable or they feel like, yeah, I'm the top dog, or
complacent. That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. They stop being hungry.
Listen,
stop being hungry.
I don't want to. I pay attention. I study very much. I study the greats. I study the people around me, the women around me, and like I'm trying very hard not to make the same mistakes. I'm trying very hard to be wise in learning from other people's mistakes instead of making those same mistakes for me to have to learn it the hard way. So no, I'm gonna keep that, like, that mentality, and I'm gonna be grateful. I'm always gonna be grateful. I just want to stay this way. So
no, and I hear you. Hear you. But Tony, do me a favor. Do me a favor.
What's up, good sir?
Bring back up Matt Siebel's last comment. Gabby?
Yes.
I think that Mr. Matt may have come across an interesting nickname.
Oh no.
Gabby the baddie?
Gabby
she's
the
definitely
baddie.
not gonna.
Gabby
She's definitely not
Gabby
gonna.
the baddie.
She's definitely not gonna like that. I know.
I
her.
know she's not, but man, does that flow? I mean, coming from somebody who's on the microphone, Gabby the baddie.
Oh,
ooh,
man.
that's different too.
That is. Sorry, I'm trying to put the phone to charge so it doesn't die on us.
That is different. I kind of like that.
That is
Gabby the baddie.
But I don't like how, I mean, I feel like that can be misunderstood as far as like, baddies.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a nerd more than a baddie. Like,
well, that's okay. I mean, that's okay. But and I know it's got to fit. I mean, I know especially if you got a nickname, it's got to fit and everything like that. But
I like it. I imagine you saying that. It sounds really dope, and it's a lot shorter than Jersey.
Hey,
I don't mind that either.
When we were coming up with the nickname, that's the first thing I said.
Don't mind
that's
that because we've got our current featherweight champion has two nicknames.
Oh,
our current featherweight champions, the outcast Kai Hefty Bag Stewart. He got two of them. So
yeah, that's super. I mean, shit, Kai's a badass. Like,
and I was going through some of the fighter information, and one of the names you're gonna have to say coming up here soon, Jeff, is I think 3 nicknames one of the guy turned in. So
no way.
Have fun with that one.
3 fucking nicknames.
And then he has like 3 last names because he's Mexican. So
shit,
you're gonna be there.
No,
you're gonna be there for at least 15 seconds saying his name.
No, that's all right. I've been to Thailand a bunch of times, and you want to talk about last names, you got like 6 syllables just in one last name. So I mean, that's not so bad. I've done that in boxing.
Here's a
before.
true Mexican right here. I love to fuck with Lorena about how
she's El Paso
she's my number
girl, yeah?
She's my number one vato,
girl, right? Yeah,
she's my number one vato.
Yeah.
She hates when I call her that.
She's a vato loco because she's all the way out there.
She's my number one vato.
That's some crazy country out there. Shit.
Where they got one gas station every 7,000 miles.
What, in El Paso?
No, where she lives, there's like one, like the mailman is also the teacher. It's also the bus driver. It's also the The flower lady is open till 5 so that she can also be the basketball coach.
What the
Facts. That's true.
That's funny. That's funny.
The policeman is also the fireman. Like,
Oh shit, that's
And
funny.
she's saying facts. She's
She said
she's
facts.
saying facts
I
on
know.
top of that shit.
Trust me, I know. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so we did have this question all the way back here somewhere. Where is it at?
We're going through a really bad storm over here. So
Us too. We had tornado warnings all day.
they put out a state of an emergency here in Jersey. So
Yeah, they did the same thing earlier today, like at 4 o'clock or something like that. In my area, and then 2 of the counties didn't even go to school today because they were worried about what the storm was going to do.
yeah.
And my kids, it wasn't my kids' school. I mean, district though, they ended up going to school.
Mm.
Yeah, she said, but they make money though because they got 17
They got
jobs.
7 fucking jobs. That's why. They got 7 fucking jobs. All the hats they wear, shit. That's true.
So we haven't seen you since since the holidays or anything like that. How was your holidays? How was your New Year?
It was a great. I spent it with my family, my grandmother. Somebody had a question. I'm sorry, and I was trying to answer it. It was
Yeah, you kind of went past it there,
it-
Tony.
right.
Oh, I think I put it up and then I started talking about something
Yeah,
else.
it's all right. Go back. I don't wanna,
Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, so Falcon 09, he's a big
Big fan of the
Bkfc
show.
fan. Yep, and our show as well. And he asked, what do you have coming up for for Gabby? And well, we already answered the second part. Or not Gabby, I'm sorry, Jade. What are you planning for Jade? Because we had her on earlier. She said that you were her first God damn it. Can't think of the damn word right now. Brain fart, see? Lefty. There you go. Just say that. There you go, Southpaw. Damn. Man, it's one of those days. Yeah, she was so that she has to basically learn everything all over again. For you though, all 3 of your opponents have all been traditional. So what are you doing differently this camp than you did in your last 2?
I am not doing anything much differently. Right now, I'm trying to work out some things with my team. We'll see. The training is the same. I've studied her. I know that honestly, I feel like this fight is definitely going to be somewhat like, because I don't see this fight ending like in round 1, 2, or even 3. For neither one of us. I definitely feel like this is going to be a dogfight, and I'm looking forward to that. I've been, like I've said this before, I'm not trying to go out there and get hit because that's just stupid, especially with bare knuckle. This is not the sport for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to be careful with throwing any type of wild punches and stuff. But I want to, if anything, I want to be a little bit more strategic with Jade because she's more of a boxer, her style is definitely different from my last. I feel like I have to just be smarter and more explosive with her. And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen as far as the explosiveness because I'm not trying to put my game plan out there.
There you go. Just like
Yeah.
how he's just said, never give
Never
clues.
give clues.
Yeah. So, but I know that I have to take this a lot more serious. If anything, work double time harder, and I'm always working hard. So that shit says a lot on its own. I'm not underestimating her. I know that this isn't going to be easy. I'm not expecting it to be an easy fight. I'm expecting her to hurt me and try to knock my fucking head off. So.
Said take her game plan from her and you got her. That's Tony Jenkins.
Thank you, Jenkins.
All right.
Sounds like a very good advice.
That sounds like a very good advice.
Yes,
division.
it
Like that.
definitely does. It's going to be. I said when we got the call, we were both extra excited for
I,
this fight.
I
Being especially.
her. I did. I always wanted to fight her. I wasn't expecting to do it now, but ever since I first saw her, because again, I'm a 115er. But like once I saw her fight, I was like, oh yeah, she's got hands. I always want to fight the ones with got hands. Like we're fighters. We're not supposed to be going in for fucking tomato cans or tune-up fights. Like that's not what fighting is about. You're supposed to go into a fight with someone that you feel like is either better than you or that's gonna be a challenge for you, and it's not gonna be an easy fight because you're supposed to test yourself. That's the whole point of this. Like, all right, I wanna what's the belt for in the first place then? Like are you champ or are you chump? Like what is the so it's this. I don't like easy fights. I'm never gonna take easy fights. I would rather fight someone that I feel like will whoop my ass or it's gonna be a genuine challenge. And I knew she was gonna be a challenge as soon as I saw her fight, but she's respectable. I watched how she fought Pittman. Was it Pittman? Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
Crystal Pittman.
Yes. So she fought her, and when she saw that she injured her, she wasn't being a dick about it. She wasn't trying to go out and like smash her fucking face in. She tried to even tell the ref about it, and even after the doctor cleared her, you can tell she was still gonna bang. She was still trying to bang, but she was a little bit more reserved when she saw that was actually affecting Pittman. So I respect the fuck out of that. Like I'm genuinely looking forward to fighting Jade. Like I'm so excited.
Well, that puts you in a interesting position because the fact that, because you're not looking for the tomato cans, you're not looking for the fight just to end up making you look dominating. If you're going to dominate, then you're going to dominate by fighting a good fighter, and you're going to have a good night, a good fight camp, all of those factors leading up to it. So there's no question when anybody questions you about your worth in the ring and what you do in the ring. And I respect that. I think that sometimes fighters overlook that because they feel that getting the pushover fights is going to end up making them look good in the long run, which in fact I think it actually drives down their stock. I think when fighters start to cherry pick, it absolutely drives down their stock. I've never been a fan of fighters that go through excessive cherry picking because how can you think that this is going to benefit you
Absolutely.
in the long run? The only
Absolutely.
way that cherry picking ever benefited you is if you had a situation to where you had a good fighter and good money.
Yeah. I mean,
But that doesn't happen that often with cherry picking fighters to begin with.
no, it'll probably go over the heads of the people who aren't really either don't study the sport, don't know the sport, don't know fighting, or don't have like a real true respect for it. You know what I mean? Just the people who like, oh yeah, like I'm a big fan of Mayweather, or like, oh yeah, but like if you for the real people who invest into this sport, who understand and have respect for this sport, for any fighting sport, you can't trick those people. You can't trick true fighters. You can't trick true fans and true supporters of this world and of this game. Like you have to earn their respect, and I love that. I love that. So like it's definitely it's honorable, and I hate it. It is what it is. I know I use that word a lot, but I mean it's true. So
It's going to be. This will put you. You win this fight. You are right now in the 125 division, ranked in the fifth spot. She's ranked number 1. I would assume that would move you at least to number 3.
Easily number 3.
And then
easily number 3.
we're just speaking. This happens. Then are you looking to go back down to 115 to back to your original weight, or say, hey, I felt good at this weight? Who knows? I might come for a different champ instead.
I'm gonna take this fight. If after this fight, I don't know why. She's ranked number 1, right? She's ranked number 1.
Number 1, ranked number 1 in the 125. Or Jod, sorry, Jod.
Well, you got my bad. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's a French thing. It's a French Canadian thing. It's a French. Everybody calls her Jade. Everybody calls her Jade, but it's Jod.
Jod, it's Jod. Really.
It's Jod. Jod is her correct. The French Canadian Quebec is the Quebec pronunciation of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so realistically speaking, the way that this fight game works, you're supposed to drop down to, I walk around at this 125. I'm my bad in like, you know, simple training days, I'm 130. At most, like when I'm not eating strict, I'm like 133. So it's like to be fighting at this is not what we're supposed to be doing, right? I like it. I'm more for that. I don't really like having to cut so much weight because I feel like it's kind of cheating to bring up all of that down, but I would like to rock 115, but if 125 is first, then I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. I genuinely want to fight, um especially after a little conversation online. I want Brit, so maybe that'll happen at the end of this year. Maybe after this fight they'll be like, all right, well, let's try to give her, she's earned it. I haven't been trying to dodge or avoid the 115. I understand that I'm technically not ranked in 115, and I get how that would like be like, well, you can't go for champ, you haven't fought. Well, I've been trying to fight 115, just haven't been trying to fight tomato cans for myself. So you know, like I'm really trying to earn my way up. But I mean, I'm gonna take the hard fight is presented to me, I'm gonna take it.
Howie, and he mentioned this.
I
He
like
mentioned
that.
this to me earlier today, which we've talked about this as well.
I think that's fair
because we originally thought that it was
like
going to
that.
happen for BKFC 56, or even Orlando before then or whatever when they first had talked about it. But this would be definitely a good fight to get you the winner of this.
Either one would be a
at
good
115.
matchup. Either one would be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger fight for you on paper would be Killer B.
Yeah, but I would take the winner like that. The winner of Taylor or Savage for sure. I'm with that because I know that would technically, we would probably be like competing for Brit next, you know. So I think that is a better idea. I would love to do that, and that gives me enough time to heal too, because we're kind of fighting around the same timeline more or less. So since they're
that's why Taylor's coming down. Taylor wants Brit too. Taylor, she went through the 125. She did a fantastic job. She ran into the roadblock that is the misfit. And then she realized that there is life after the misfit. I guess there's some fighters that probably wouldn't see that, but she did. And now she moved back down to there. And I think that her eyes are on the same target as you. I think that both of you, Britt's got a huge target on her back. Huge target on her back. There's a lot of fighters in the 115-pound division that want Britt.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Like, not for nothing, out of respect. Like I get that Taylor's been in this game a lot longer than I have. I feel like maybe out of respect and like realistically speaking, she's kind of earned a shot. Not kind of, but she's earned a shot at Brit before me. So if they wouldn't give me, the winner of Taylor and Jenny, I don't know, how would they like work that even? So say if Taylor loses against Jenny, would Jenny get a shot at Brit? Like, do you guys think? Or
I don't think right away, because she's already fought her twice and lost twice to her.
It's a prospect series. And it is I'm not saying anything against anybody who's on the prospect series, but they are the co-main event on the co-main event on a prospect series. So I would think that if this was a numbered show, then maybe, because at that point. But because that they are topping off the prospect series, I do believe that whoever wins that probably has another fight to go before they get Britain.
Yeah. So then I think that would make sense. So then I would like to fight the winner, and
maybe a Melanie Shaw.
Yeah. I mean, she is ranked number 2 or something like that.
Melanie is number 2 after what's her name? Just Jamie Henshaw, I believe, is ranked. Is she ranked number 2 or 1? I forget.
What's that?
Vision, bro. I just want to get in there. Just put me in, but don't put me somebody that everybody knows that I'm gonna abuse.
Britain's mom saying that Jenny is going to piece up Taylor. It's going to be a good fight. I heard
That's a tough.
I
That's a
heard
tough
the
one.
same.
That's a tough one to
I
call.
heard the
Yeah.
same thing,
Oh, that's right.
and
That's
Senior said the
right.
same
Brit's fighting
thing.
Poe next. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Senior had mentioned the same thing during his interview with Mike and Mish
Denim
on Mission
Poe. Yeah.
Accomplished. That she'd be getting that fight next, and then he
Yeah.
said, "Then who knows? After
Well,
that."
remember, she was supposed to fight what, a week later, a couple of days, after that in the Thai fight, but unfortunately, she got injured. She got injured when she fought Melanie. Bless you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Melanie got a shit ton of negative criticism after her fight when she did the post-fight interview with Bare Knuckle News. When she did Bare Knuckle News, and she was
Mhm.
all,
It was
she was missing
Susan
teeth.
Cigar.
Her face was completely swollen up, and it was just such I guess just a cosmetic stigma for so many people saying, why would you let her? I'm gonna be honest. That was one of that almost brought tears to my eyes that she wanted to do that afterwards. Some people would want to save face. If they got injured and or if they had their face looking like that. She was like, "Fuck that noise. Fuck that noise. I'm a warrior, win, lose, or draw. I'm out here to talk about the opportunity that I just got. And guess what? I have the same motherfucking right to bleed in front of the camera that everybody else has."
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like she should have fought Britt.
You think that was a bit soon?
Yeah, absolutely. Britt is not on a higher level. And all respect to Melanie, because me and Melanie are cool. She just finished congratulating me for this fight with for this fight. And I know, like, people are, again, like, it is what it is. I'm not trying to hurt anybody or disrespect anybody.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it was too soon. I don't feel like she was on Britt's level at that moment. I feel like maybe she could have just taken more time to prepare. Maybe just have one more fight or two more fights. I don't know. Everybody's progress and journey is different, but at that moment, I called it. I wasn't, like, I genuinely, like, my heart hurt for Melanie, like, straight up. It's a good opportunity for her and her family and her career, because who doesn't want an opportunity like that?
That's the champ. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly, for sure. And who's gonna say no to that? Unless, like, come on, like, but you have to be smart. I got offered to fight Britt, and I said no because of my hand. I could have been a dumbass and went in there and got my freaking my ass smashed, But we have to be smart with our decisions. We have to really think about and be realistic, and have people around us who are gonna be realistic with us and be like, listen, I don't think this is a good idea right now, or like, hey, listen, and that, even with that, only you really know what you're capable of. But again, you like, we're us being women in this sport, especially when you have kids, you have to be like, you really got to take a step back and kind of push aside your pride and be like, all right, I need to be smart about this. Is this going to be okay? Am I going to have any type of real damaging effects that's going to affect this career in the first place? God forbid if something happens and I have my kids, or I don't know how many kids she has. Like, I know I have 2 boys. Like, we have to be careful. Like, it's not, this isn't a joke. Like, yes, statistically, bare knuckle has less damage, right? But anything can freaking happen. This is a fucking dangerous sport.
It has.
Yes, exactly. It really has.
It has. We've seen the worst of it, unfortunately. I mean, thank God, if we're talking about the worst of it, it only happened once, and it wasn't directly as a result of the violence unfolding in the ring. That situation had a whole lot more to it that we didn't know about, and if we had known about that, we could have probably prevented that from happening in a specific fight. The only reason I don't like to say it is because I don't like to mention it. I don't like to talk about it. It wasn't a good moment for anyone at that. But the one thing that I definitely know about Melanie, and I can say this for honestly, physically, was she ready? Oh, Melanie's a fucking brick house. Oh my God, Melanie is Jesus Christ, she's a fucking brick house. But very, very few people are on Britain's confidence level right now. Her confidence level was shining, and with her and with her background, she knows how to pick someone apart. And that's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did to Melanie. So I just think that Melanie didn't have the confidence level of the champ, and that showed. Now she was tougher than a $2 steak, tough as a coffin fucking nail, and no one can take that away from her. But if we're talking about her moving forward, engaging, fighting in the pocket, working the clinch, and working the combos, it wasn't where it needed to be because of the fact that she was thrown to it too soon. That's what I believe. I believe the skills, I believe the overall confidence and skill set was not quite ready. And the fact that you recognize that already puts you leagues ahead of other fighters that are going to come in that will just take a championship opportunity without looking at the long-term ramifications of what could happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's important.
Absolutely, for sure. And it's just again, I feel like a lot of it is due to the way that you train, and the experience you have. This isn't bare knuckle is not. We're bare knuckle has done a very good job showing that this isn't like regular UFC. This isn't MMA. This isn't boxing. Like this is a different level. You have to be built and have gone through different things. You know what I mean? So Mike Prairie, like Lorenzo Hunt, like Britt, Christine, like all of these people have proven already that this isn't regular fighting. This is real. Like this is some real shit. You're fighting without the gloves. It's a different type of mental. It's a different type of physical. It's a different type of strategy. You got to be built different. This is not like, it doesn't matter if you have 10, 15, 20 years of fighting experience. Do you have that like true dog in you? You know, what have you been through physically? How have you been training for your whole life? Because at the end of the day, that matters in this sport. That truly matters in this sport. Like, absolutely. That's one of the reasons why you see these people excelling. And then you got these UFC fighters. You got all of these people who freaking are champions, who are legends in these other sports, getting their fucking shit rocked when they come to this freaking bare knuckle. It's like, it's going to continue speaking for itself. So
well, it's a different kind of fucked up, isn't it? That's what I love saying that. I love saying it's a different kind of fucked up is what it is.
It really is. It really is. So once I feel like, but again, Bkfc is doing a very good job of displaying the facts.
We really are.
You know,
we really are.
That's one of the reasons where it keeps growing, and it's just going to continue growing. It's going to be bigger than all of the other fighting platforms out there. And you know, it's because it is what it is. You can't take away the truth no matter how much you try to lie.
Well, you can't fake it. You can't fake it.
Exactly.
You cannot fake it. And the reason why you can't fake it is because of its simplicity.
Absolutely.
Its simplicity makes it very, very difficult to see anybody. See, throwing fights, I hate to say it, it's a hell of a lot easier to point that shit out in gloved combat. It is. It's very difficult to do anything remotely close like that. And the one thing that I know about David Feldman, he would never, ever, coming up the way that he did, in a boxing family, being around combat sports his entire life, that is one guy that would never have anything to do with that. He's like, you hear his pre-fight speeches.
Yeah.
I want you to fight your fucking ass off so that I can fucking pay you what you deserve.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much more simple than that.
Every time. And there's no
every time
that he's telling us. That's just him being genuine and raw to everyone there.
Donate.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's probably, can't lie, one of my favorite parts of the events is being able to listen to him, listen to Nate and everybody back there. You know, giving them that basically it's that last, you know, your last chance. If you want to leave, you better leave now because once you walk through that curtain, there's no turning around after that.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's mad. You get nervous too. That shit makes me nervous for some reason. I'm like, I always look around to see if somebody's really gonna leave.
You know what? Never mind. I mean, we've had actually, I believe at the show that I think you came to in Orlando, didn't that happen?
I believe it did.
Yeah,
I believe it did.
The fight that you came to in Orlando, one of the fighters decided, you know,
Get the
fight
fuck out.
today that
Huh?
he wasn't coming out to the ring. So
Oh, shit.
it
right.
happened.
That I really don't
That's
remember that.
right.
Damn, that's crazy. Shit, I mean, at least he knew his limits. A little late, but at least he
Yeah,
fucking
a
knew.
little late. That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking. A little late. And that's kind
And
of a
if
fuck you
you
to
do,
it's kind of a fuck you to the fans too.
yeah, no, that's
yeah,
not.
It's a fuck you to everybody. It's not just the fans. It's a fuck you to everybody.
or maybe it was Virginia that it happened. Maybe it was Virginia. No, I think it was Orlando too, though.
I'm pretty sure it was Orlando.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's nuts.
All right,
Rick,
all right.
text me the name if it's the same person.
Yeah,
then
let's
I'll
find out
say,
what
'cause
if
I
anybody
know
knows
who it
that.
is, but I
If
don't want to say
anybody-
the name.
If anybody knows that. All right, well,
Yeah, quick shout out
yep,
to
gonna give you that
our
opportunity.
sponsor, Donnie Brook. This
Yes.
is Gabby's collection at the good
Collections,
old Donnie
yeah.
Brooks company. So make sure you search her name on there, and you can get all her gear. Oh, and then this was my bad, since she didn't bring it up. This is for Christine Vicens too. But
Yeah.
You're never gonna
make sure you
get
go
her
on
name
there.
Right. You're never gonna get her name right.
Vicens, whatever.
No.
Donnie's got the best
Vicens.
Vicens. It doesn't even
shot.
Vicens. I'm not gonna. It's
Come on,
alright.
got it
She's
ready.
just
I know
gonna
it
be-
doesn't look like it because there's an eye there. Excuse me.
But yes, go ahead and
Brooks.
let's see. He said he messaged me the name. Yeah. Oh, so it was VA then that I was thinking about.
Oh, it was Virginia. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say I don't remember that, but I was very excited that night.
Well, Orlando was crazy. You
Yeah.
know, they had us all the way in like, yeah, it was.
It was not.
It took us like an hour just to be able to get into the back room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the right person, Rick. But yeah, go ahead and we're gonna give you your time. Go ahead and shout out all
Shout
your
outs to everybody that
peoples,
helped
your
you get to the game.
family, everybody.
To God, first and foremost, all glory to God. Orozco Elite, Beyond Fleet. No, I'm only kidding. I'm
There you
sorry.
go. Gabby the Baddie. Look, that's something Gabby the Baddie would say.
Oshika's Dream LLC, Once Blind podcast, and I think that was it for now, right? We just started opening up the sponsorship list.
And
Right?
Donnie Brooks.
Of course, Donnie. I said you had the spice before. You missed the hand gesture. I got you.
Oh.
I didn't miss it. I laughed at it. He
Yeah, I
missed
know.
it. He missed it. He missed it.
He did miss it. He did miss
He
it.
missed it.
Yeah, I'm doing everything over here. I'm directing. I'm popping up. I got my kids
I
texting
know
me
you're
good
fending
night.
off your children. I can tell. I can
Yeah,
tell.
my kids,
Yo.
all my kids, they all
I-
text
I-
me
I
every
think-
single
I think
night
Gabby the Baddie
when they
is
go to their
too.
moms.
I like that. It's starting to stick. It's starting to stick.
We're not changing it. Not till after the fight.
All right.
We got to get one princess, Jersey's Princess Warrior in, and
Yes,
then
I-
you can switch it.
Ah,
Alright.
fuck it. We could do the Jersey Warrior Princess Gabby the Baddie. We
Ah,
can do it all. Fuck it. We'll do it all. In fact, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's try it out. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
Oh, shit. This is the
Jersey's
first time he's
Warrior
done it.
Princess Gabby the Baddie Roman.
I like
Hey,
I-
hey.
It's got a flow, doesn't it?
us
It's
have
got a
a
flow.
it. It's got that spice. I like it, Tony.
That's the first time ever on the show that Jeff's ever announced anyone's
I've
name.
I've never done
dude.
it on the show before.
I'm special. Yeah, you haven't noticed.
I always try to get him
now,
to do
now
it.
she's
He's
the
like,
baddie.
you
It's
know,
going
that's
to
for
her head already.
Look, she's gonna tell me to start making shirts. Watch.
Apparently, that nickname is correct.
I bet you Mike with Donnie Brooks already making shirts as we speak.
Probably knowing
He's
him or
gonna
his
have you.
I want my cut of those shirts. I'm part of that brainchild, baby.
yes, yeah. We got
Yeah, we got to get definitely got it. Michael, we definitely got to get Jeff Houston his own collection.
Yeah,
Different
I know, right?
different shirts with him on the
Oh, yeah.
mic or
Oh yes, absolutely. With his always
what would be your nickname besides Mr. Live Worldwide? Like if you
That
were a
is my
wrestler,
nickname.
Jeff,
That
if
is-
you were a wrestler, what would your nickname be?
I don't know. Jeff Pasty Face Houston. I don't know.
No.
I don't
Dude.
know.
no.
I don't know.
Think
I
about
never.
Jeff.
I never. You know, it's amazing. 21 years in combat sports this April. I've never thought of a nickname for myself if I ever wanted to get in the cage or the ring. I never thought of a nickname for myself. The Mr. Live Worldwide just fell in my lap, but as far as like a fighter style nickname, never.
It's always been the People's Champ for me because of The Rock, but mine's always been the
We gotta
People's Champ.
But I like Mr. Live Worldwide. That's dope. It suits you.
Well, I
He said, now entering the Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Jeff the Menace Houston.
Yeah. The Menace, please.
Oh, so yeah. See, Rick said because of that fight falling out and moved him from the prelims to the main card.
Oh shit.
The People's DJ. That's right. You know it.
All
the
right.
one and only DJ. It's like,
Okay, I like that. I like that.
DJ Tony. My nickname used to actually be DJ Tony Green that my sister gave me back in my days of I'll just say liking the vegetables too much.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought that was like an Al Green. I thought that was like an Al Green. I thought
No, it's more of a half baked.
I thought the money. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that too. It was money and good old, Mary Jane. So don't look at me like that. It's medicine. Shake your head at Uncle Tony.
Oh shit, my bad.
That's our insider. That's my nickname, Uncle Tony.
Tony. That's what it is.
Hey,
Hey, 420 Tony. 420
Hey.
Tony.
Oh, a little bit of this. What is this one? What did Howie say?
What is that?
Jeff
I don't-
caricature.
Very
The
good.
character? What?
What is that?
Howie, spell
Howie-
check, sir. Time for a spell check over there, man. I have no
Do you
idea.
mean to say the chiropractor?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's. I was about to say the
Or
same.
charcuterie or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't panic, it's
Howie's
organic.
probably had too much wine tonight.
All right, guys, we're getting a little bit too much into the rhyming culture right now, and some of the shit's starting to suck. So, please.
Animated version of Jeff, I guess.
I'm animated enough, Howie. I don't need any more. Trust me, I don't need any more.
But
All
on that
right,
note,
I think that's probably a good time to close. Oh, the spelling is correct. Okay, I think this is a good time to close it out. We definitely want to thank the baddie, and I'm telling you, it's gonna stick. It's gonna stick. I really think that it is. But we thank you for coming on, giving us an opportunity to talk to you and talk about this really big opportunity that you got coming up. And it's definitely earned, and we're very proud of you.
Thank you. Don't make me cry, man. You're lucky you're through the phone. I can't punch you right now.
Oh,
I literally said the same thing earlier. My mom did too. She was excited. So, it's gonna be amazing. Can't wait. Oh, Canada.
Yes, thank you.
Shit, am I gonna have to? I can't sing the O Canada. I can't do the O Canada national anthem. I can't do that.
Over there? Like when
if I'm over there, I'm like.
That was another question that I forgot to ask.
What?
Well, I guess not. I guess we won't turn into a question, but you are representing America.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That was one of the questions I was going to ask you. That's another level of boom. This is, she's representing Canada. You're representing America, Jersey,
True. Shit, man.
America.
Again. What time is it? Is the gym open right now?
America.
She gonna go get bucked up.
Land of warm beer.
I'm sorry, but every time you say, I know it's bugged up, but it sounds like she about to go get, fucked up.
It's about to
What
go
it
get
sounds like.
good.
Fucked
Trust
up.
me, I wish it were. I wish it were, actually. Fucking
That's in
accent,
mine.
man.
Says America coming to save the day.
motherfucking day.
America coming.
Today.
American badass from Howie.
Alright,
Well,
guys.
yep. Thank you very much, Gabby, and we'll talk to you.
Very soon.
I will talk to you tomorrow. Don't text me tonight. Don't. It's like, no, just kidding.
I'll try not to.
All right.
God bless.
Uncle
guys.
Tony says good night. Tell the kids
Good
good night, and we'll talk later on. Be safe.
Hey, God bless. Bye.
Bye. That was the one and only Gabby, the Jersey Warrior. Gabby, the baddie. Roman. There you go.
I'm telling you, man, it fits. It fits.
Wear a Magna hat? Nah, dog.
No, Make
nah,
America Great Again.
dog. I can't.
Yeah,
can't let her do that.
Yeah, I would believe that they cancel
Can't let
everything.
her
In
do
fact,
that,
actually, I don't
nah.
even know how you get across the fucking border with that. They tell you to chuck that shit right away.
I ain't setting her up like that, big dog. Don't
No, I
you?
don't think
Don't
so
you
either.
do it?
It's
It's
hard.
bad enough. I'm
It's
sending
hard
her
enough.
with a
It's
two
hard
by
enough to
four
deal with
hacksaw
the
Jim Duggan
passport
style.
control in Canada without adding trouble to it. Shit.
Yeah, you don't even want to bring a American flag pin. Just let
No.
her do her, dog.
Let her do her. Yeah. It's still funny though.
Well, since we didn't do it, damn, should we do it still?
Yeah, go for it.
Still
Why
got
not?
some viewers. So I meant to do this way earlier, and I just remembered. We are giving away today. Dang, I didn't even come up with a question, but I'll think about it here in the next couple seconds. But we are giving away this beautiful Michael Jordan poster from our main man, our sponsor over at. Go ahead, Jeff.
That's going to be from our good friends over there at Zicari Footwear.
There you go.
Taking care of Mr. Live Worldwide and DJ Tony with our custom footwear. And we thank you very much for putting up that poster.
Yeah, look at.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at these shoes, man.
Oh yeah. Well, I've already launched mine, but take a look at his.
Ooh, I mean,
we definitely got the DJ Tony orange in there.
I had to go with my orange.
Had to go
brand
with
new, newest ones that dropped.
I see on the lip right there. I see some '90s detailing right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
know
90s
it.
Speckle. Yeah.
The beautiful Jordan 3s.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with those.
Dude,
so make
that
sure
looks
you
like
hit
something
him
that
up.
Arsenio Hall would have walked out on stage with, man.
Those are just too fly.
Yeah,
Just
I love my
make
ones.
sure you hit him up. He's got all of any sneaker that you could think of, anything from the 90s, 80s, he'll find it for you. I literally he was like, pick anything you want, and I was like anything? He's like, yeah, anything.
Yeah.
Any shoe that I told him he found, but then I ended up going once I went to the mall to go get my daughter sneakers for Christmas. I seen these in there, and I was like, you know what? I want the new Jordan 3s that just dropped, and they
With
got
a
my
little
orange
custom.
on it.
With a little custom work on there.
Got my orange, and already got my Knicks gear on the way to match. So
easiest way to find them, guys, is on their. You can find them across social media, but you can also go to their official website, zicarifootwear.shopify.com. That's a good way to hit them up. These guys, dude, there's not a whole lot that they can't find. These guys can find them. These guys can find them alls. Yeah. Yeah, I love my Jordan 1s. My Jordan 1s that I got with the Bkfc colors. Like I said, I said that I was going to debut that in Hollywood. I know that we've got the Bkfc Prospect Series before that, January 27th in Albuquerque, but they are going to wait until our guys with Zicari Footwear could see them live on stage at the Bkfc 57 weigh-in show.
Did you get the call for Albuquerque?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I got the call for Albuquerque.
That'd
They're
be good.
releasing more information. They just recently released the next Prospect Series, which is going to be going down in February, and that's going to be in Virginia, in Manassas, in Virginia, and that's going to be coming up. So they're going deep with the BKFC Prospect Series, and I think the schedule. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up getting a schedule very similar to the UFC about how they do their fight nights and how they do their numbered shows and how they do their pay-per-views. I wouldn't be surprised if every month we had a Prospect Series and a numbered show. Yes, thank God. Oh my God, Howard, you were absolutely right. Flying around ever since I relocated to Texas is so wonderful. I just recently did a show the other day with Peak Fighting. I know you saw. I appreciate the share, Tony. Appreciate the
Yes,
Bones to
sir.
Dome share. Well, the post with the picture that I had, I was out there in Shawnee, Oklahoma for Peak Fighting 33, and that was in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Which flying there was nothing. I mean, it's like 45 minutes from San Antonio to Dallas, and then another 45 minutes from Dallas to Oklahoma City. It's just wonderful. I mean, I do miss Florida, Tony. I'm going to be the first one to say that I do. I do miss certain parts of Florida. But as far as air travel, I'm glad that I'm back in a central location because going around the country makes it so much easier.
Definitely.
Definitely makes it easier for you.
I
Let's go ahead
just
and
put
let's
in
also
their IG in there so that you guys can look
Absolutely.
him up. Make sure you guys check him out on IG. Just send him a message. Let him know that Bones of Dome sent you, and he'll make sure to go and hook you up.
let's give a shout outs to the rest of our sponsors, seeing as I were mentioning Zicari Footwear.
Yes, sir. While we're
Yeah.
at it, let's go ahead and, of course, Live 21,
Live 21.
your greatest recovery solution. And
Tastes
to
so
our
fucking
main
good.
guys over at Billboard Mats with our
Big
main
Tommy.
guy, Tommy Kalesi. So, yeah, shout out to them. More sponsors on the way.
We still got
Clearing
the
up.
other one. We still got Leafy 8 out there. Yeah.
Leafy 8 has we're going to come up with a new Billboard Mats. We're going to come up with a new deal, should I say?
Okay.
So for right now, we're always cool with them. Obviously, everyone go check out Leafy 8. Got that Leafy at Instagram. But our main guys over here at actually Turp House just sent out some stuff. Some CBD lotions, some different CBD pain sticks, and some gummies, which I made sure to tell him today to send you a message to get your address, Jeff, so he could send you out some stuff as well.
Absolutely.
So yep, Healthy One is Leafy 8 now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it was Healthy One, and he changed the name. It's
They
Leafy 8 now.
Okay.
Mr. Howie. But yeah, so those are our sponsors for now. I'm going to, like I said, gonna be getting some new ones here. And yeah. Oh, let's dang it. You know what? I put up the poster, but we didn't ask a question. Should we just wait till next week? I think we've lost a lot of our
guys. You know, we got a little lost in translation with our guests this time. So at least you guys know that we do have the poster.
That's what we'll be giving away next week. And in the middle, it says all of Michael Jordan's all of his history, stats. Everything, all his stats, every single thing he's done, when he retired, when he came back, playing baseball, every single thing, all his championships is all in the middle. So we'll go ahead. Sorry, guys, we'll give that away next week since
Does it talk about when he launched the Michael Jordan cologne?
That I don't know. It might.
Yeah,
I would have to go in there and reread it, but I doubt it. Yeah.
I still wonder what his reasoning was on the Michael Jordan cologne. Yes, I wanna get a cologne that makes me smell like a freshly mown golf course.
But there you go.
That, don't you? You remember the Michael Jordan cologne, right?
Yeah, never was something that I ever liked.
No, of course not.
You find it at Ross for like $10.
I know. You can probably find it for less than that now if it exists still. But yeah, put that back up on there. Let's talk about that before we get out of there. March the 2nd, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, a very familiar location for me. Place that I've been a couple of times myself at the River Cree Resort and Casino. The last time that I was there was 2011, so it has been quite a while since I've been back to the River Cree. It was around this time that I was there. It was the end of January that I was there last. It was like 15 below. So March is going to be a little bit better, but not that much better, Tony. It's going to be cold as F.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad. Well, I will say that I will be there, but I would most likely be there in a manager state of
I understand.
Night.
Yeah.
Instead of DJing that one. But we shall see.
You never know.
I got to talk to still got to talk to Junior, so We shall see. But yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. We'll go ahead and give away that poster next week. And actually I have 3 different ones, so maybe we'll give away 2 next week since I messed up.
So we didn't give that one away. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. All right, guys. Well, thanks to everyone who came on with us. Thank you very much to Christine Vicens. There you go. Now you're learning. And to Gabby the Baddie, thank you so much for coming on. We always have fun with that. Thank you, Howie. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Yes, like and subscribe. Make sure that you follow us. Make sure that you follow us. Spread the word, guys. Spread the word on Bones to Domes. We always have a good time. I know that I was struggling at the beginning of the broadcast, but you saw me with my Bones to Dome with my bucked up shot, with my bucked up energy shot. I'm fine now. I'm not going to be able to fucking sleep tonight, but who gives a shit, man? I'm bucked up. I'm ready to go. Thank you to everyone who. We're still working on Bones to Domes, but DJ Tony has just you've done such a beautiful job at everything this far with us. I mean, seriously, man, you're a hustler who hustles every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And I just want to let you know from the bottom of Mr. Live Worldwide's heart, couldn't ask for a better partner on Bones to Domes, dude.
Thank you, good sir. And that's the reason I asked you to come on and join forces to make this mega power. I don't know if I would say that you're Hogan and I'm more of a Ric Flair. I don't know.
No.
I mean not a Ric Flair.
No.
Macho Man. See?
No.
It is time to go to bed. There you go, guys. We'll end it on that. I just actually was only talking it out so that we could just hit 2 hours. So we're at 2 hours and 45 seconds.
Buying the time.
We did it.
Yes.
But everybody have a good night. And on that note, peace.
Serrano. Bones to Domes, boy, the intention is not to hurt you, it's to murk you. If you go against me in the square circle, let my hands do the talking, I let you do the verbal. Eat this knuckle sandwich that a Chico about to serve you. Better listen up, the other team been talking tough. DJ Tony grabbed the mic cause this dude will not shut up. Ain't no standing name count, but I think I've had enough. Some famous words of Jeff Houston. Time to knuckle up. Bones to Dome, it's time to knuckle up. Bones to Dome, it's time to knuckle up. Take me up, I've been throwing uppercuts. Bones to Dome podcast, turn me up. It's time to knuckle up. You know it. With DJ Tony, time to knuckle up. Jeff Houston, it's time to knuckle up. I am Vince Serrano.
It's all about you. It's how you
knuckle up.
It's about how you make yourself different from the rest.
It's time to knuckle up.